In the business world, you hear a ton of acronyms, but two of them cause more headaches than almost any others: OKRs and KPIs. People always seem to pit them against each other, like you have to choose a side. But what if that's completely the wrong way to look at it? Today, we're going to untangle this whole mess and show you why these two aren't rivals. They're actually the perfect partners. So let's dive right in with the one big question that trips up so many teams, right from the get-go. Is it one or the other? Do you have to pick a side? Honestly, this whole thing gets framed as this big debate, a battle of the frameworks. But the truth is, that's just not it. The real answer is, you need both. And we're about to see exactly why. Okay, first up, KPIs. The absolute best way to think about a KPI is as the health monitor for your business. It's like the dashboard in your car. It's telling you if everything is running the way it's supposed to. So what is a KPI? It stands for Key Performance Indicator, and it's a metric that tracks how you're doing in your normal day-to-day operations. It's really all about measuring the vital signs of your business, making sure all the core functions are healthy and totally on track.
Just think about some of these common examples, right? Monthly active users, uptime percentage, churn rate. You see the pattern here? None of these are about some big, shiny new project. They're all about measuring the performance of what you already do day in and day out. And that brings us to the most crucial point. KPIs are all about observation and maintenance. They give you a super clear picture of how things are running right now. They are your bedrock, your foundation. Now, if KPIs are your health monitor, then you should think of OKRs as your growth engine. See, they're not for just maintaining the status quo. No way. They are the tools you pull out when you want to create real, significant change and push your business forward.
An OKR, which stands for Objectives and Key Results, is a framework for setting really ambitious goals. It's specifically designed to drive change, to improve something in a big way, and to get the entire company rallied around a new strategic focus.
Let's break down a real example here. The objective, that's the big, inspiring goal. Improve the product onboarding experience. Simple enough. But how do you know you did it? That's where the key results come in. They are the specific measurable outcomes that prove you got there. And they should be ambitious, like cutting the time it takes a new user to find value from 5 days down to 1, or hitting a certain product market fit score, which, by the way, is a cool metric that asks how many of your users would be very disappointed if your product just vanished. It's all about measurable impact. So there you have it. If KPIs monitor what already exists, OKRs are all about creating what should exist. They're about painting a picture of the future you're actively trying to build.
All right, so we've defined them separately. Now, for the fun part, let's bring them together. This is where you really see how these two frameworks stop being competitors and start working together to create this incredibly powerful system for your business. Just look at the core differences when you put them side by side. A KPI's purpose is to monitor health. An OKR's purpose is to drive change. KPIs are for the ongoing business-as-usual stuff, while OKRs are for those big, transformative pushes. You could almost say one is about running the business, and the other is about reinventing it. Seriously, if you remember just one theme from all of this, let it be this right here. KPIs help you preserve the health and stability of your organization. OKRs are the tool you use to aggressively improve it. And this is where it all clicks into place. Imagine this. Your KPI for customer churn suddenly flashes red. That's your health monitor screaming warning. So what do? You create an OKR specifically to fix that problem, like that onboarding example we used. And as you start making progress on that OKR, what happens? Your churn rate KPI starts to get better. It goes from red back to green. It's this beautiful, virtuous cycle. Okay, understanding the theory is one thing, but execution, well, that's everything. So how do you actually make this partnership work in the real world? To really make OKRs work, you've got to follow some best practices. Keep it focused, no more than 3 to 5 OKRs at a time. Make sure they cascade down from the company to the team level so everyone's aligned. And they have to be measurable, obviously. You've got to check in on them weekly, not just at the end of the quarter. Grade them objectively, and here's a big one. Celebrate the progress you make, not just whether you hit 100% of the goal. And the mindsets you need are a little different too. For OKRs, you're always aiming high, really stretching your team's abilities. But for KPIs, you have to be proactive.
A dashboard full of flashing red lights is completely useless if nobody is actually doing anything about it.
And if you want to see just how powerful this can be, let's look at the company that basically made OKRs famous, Google. They have woven this framework into the very DNA of their culture of innovation.
At Google, their incredible success with OKRs really comes down to a few key cultural beliefs. First, they encourage setting those huge, ambitious moonshot goals. Everything is radically transparent. Anyone can see anyone else's OKRs. They've also created a culture where it is absolutely safe to fail, as long as you learn something from it. And maybe most important of all, OKRs are treated like a GPS that helps everyone stay focused, not some tool to punish people if they don't hit their numbers.
And finally, you have to be aware of the common traps that can completely derail this whole system. It's so easy to mess this up by setting way too many metrics or confusing an ambitious OKR with just a simple to-do list. Other big mistakes? Linking them to bonuses, which kills ambition, or only checking in on progress at the very end of the quarter when it's too late. The key is to avoid these pitfalls by keeping your system simple, focused, and always centered on learning.
So let's bring it all home with this one final thought. You absolutely need both. Your KPIs are your vital signs. They are what keeps your organization alive and running day to day. Your OKRs, they're the engine that helps you grow, evolve, and reach that next level. And that leaves us all with one really critical question to think about. Take a hard look at the dashboards and the goals in your own company. Are they actually being used to make better, faster decisions every day? Or have they just become, well, decorations on a slide deck? The answer to that question makes all the difference.